Hey guys and girls. Well, got out of work today, worked third shift, and I was pretty tired. I didn't sleep yesterday during the day, and just worked all night. Got out at 7 a.m. Felt pretty tired, but I promised coworker Michelle that I'd go home and go to sleep. I got home and just didn't feel like sleeping, so grabbed my bass gear and drove about 10-15 miles, or yeah, about miles from home, and just got out and caught some bass. Fishing wasn't on fire, or it wasn't too awful. In March I got a couple guys on Instagram sent me some lures, asked me if I could try them, and I really wanted to get out and try them for the pre-spawn bass season. When they're just really active and feeding really hard on these soft plastics, and just got so busy. I didn't get I had 2 months where I didn't fish because I was so busy. So I missed the spring steelhead, missed the pre-spawn bass, missed the pre-spawn cats. Just missed out on a lot of fishing. So today I came out to this place. There's like 7 different lakes here. Fishing's really good. They don't allow motorized watercraft on the lake. Of course, in the video you're gonna see a fan boat out there. The one day I say you can't have motorized watercraft out there, but the people who take care of these lakes, they brought the fan boat out, which made a lot of noise, and then they sprayed for invasive weed control. So that didn't really help fishing either. Today is kind of, growing up in northern Michigan, all my dad ever taught me was bass fishing on inland lakes up north, clear water, just 10-pound monofilament, F7 floating Rapala, good to go. Spinning reels, 10-pound monofilament, F7 floating Rapalas. Anything else in the boat just got tossed out. You don't use anything else. So about 7 years ago, moved to Grand Rapids, and fishing down here is a lot different. There's bigger bass, and I'm speaking mostly bass fishing when making this video here, because that's what I fish for today, is bass. So my bass fishing expertise was very, very limited. I've caught plenty of big bass up north, but very different technique than what I've been learning down here. So these guys to send me these plastic baits. I wish I could have caught fish on them today, but I didn't. I know the waters I fish here are really deep. I'm gonna put this camera down for a second. Okay, so back to this video. The waters I fish around here, there are a lot of shallow spots, but there are a lot of deep spots. And like I said, no boat access, so everything's shore fishing. There's quite a few shore fishermen that come around, so the bass see a lot of stuff. They get quite a bit of pressure. The only saving grace is there's so many lakes, they're so spread out, so they're very good spots that don't see people some days. So name of the game is just trying to throw different baits out there, trying to change up your game. And so these guys at Old Creek Lures, like I said, found me on Instagram, wanted me to try their product out. today is my first time using them, and I am by no means any type of guru, any type of say-so in soft plastics. I am not a soft plastics guy. The only time I've ever had any luck fishing soft plastic lures is down in Florida. Here in Michigan, I've tried a lot of plastic worms, crawdads. Very limited luck. You know, I have friends that just bust bass all day long on Senkos. I put them on, I can't catch bass with them. But I evolved from the F7 Rapala, and in a little bit I'll show you my go-to bait. But you know, this is one of the baits they sent me. You know, to review it. I probably made 50 casts or so with this. Bounced it off trees, bounced it off rocks. I could feel everything down there. Swam really great. It's got a great presentation to it. The way I rigged it up, since these fast bass are a little bit deeper, I rigged it up Carolina style, or Carolina rig. I threw on a 3-ounce egg slip sinker on there. I got my bead to protect the knot, my barrel swivel, 1 foot of leader line. It's my main line's 12-pound Berkeley trilene, and leader line was 10-pound P-line fluorocarbon. It's not the strongest stuff. It's not really my go-to, but it was readily available in my tackle box. I hardly use it, so threw it on just so I can say I'm using it. And then just your typical standard soft plastics hook. I don't even know what size. It's the offset hook. It's made so your plastic baits sit flat like that. So rigged it up weedless. It was pretty weedless. Didn't get hung up. Swam great. Unfortunately, just one of those days where the water is a lot warmer than the air. It's overcast, 60s, drizzly today. So getting in that water was like bathtub water. So I changed up baits halfway through the trip. A couple cast in. Lost typical Vinnie Vollmer. Lost biggest fish I hooked today. But caught a couple like 15, 16 maybe inches. Good size fish. But I switched to this spinner bait from Wal-Mart. Northland's, I don't know if they call it Northland's like a spinner bait, but it's this yellowish, not quite chartreuse, maybe it is, but yellow, white. I really like the eye pattern on there. You know, the blades are cheapish. I like the eye pattern. The skirt, you know, it is what it is. The hooks are pretty good. You know, they don't come with stinger hooks, so I don't put one on there. But for $3-4 bait, I catch a lot of fish on it, and when I throw it up into trees or whatever, I'm not sad if I have to cut the line to lose them. So my spinnerbait tackle box is way behind me, but it's loaded with them. Just a really good bait, good lure, catch a lot of fish on them. So this was my first bait I really started to get used to and started using to get away from the F7 floating Rapala. I hardly ever tie on a Rapala down here in Grand Rapids, and it's kind of mind-blowing for me because that is all I used up north, and it works so good up north, but down here I just don't seem to catch that many fish on it. So I switched up to these Northland spinner baits and the Strike King spinner baits, and you know, I only spend $4 or $5 on them, but they fish really well, and I catch a lot of fish on them. So that's enough about those spinner baits. Today, what I really enjoyed and I really learned a lot about was my bait caster combo here. I was born and raised spinning rod and reels. That's all I used. The only bait caster I've ever owned was my heavy duty 7-foot or 7.5 foot pike and musky rod. You know, it's got a big Abu Garcia bait caster on there. It's got like the it's got a 50-pound braided line, steel leaders. I run like F17 Rapalas off that. You know, big body baits, big bucktails. And even with that, I get this backlash every once in a while. So I had 3 spinning rods, snapped the tip off one, down to 2, broke that other one in half, and I had my 1 lightning spinning rod. Just 3 weeks ago, snapped the tip off of that. And all I had left was this. I mentioned it a couple of videos ago, my Jimmy Houston Fluger bait casting rod. And I'll tell you what, I bought it, I think 2 years ago, just hoping I'd get good at it, get used to it. In my first 3 or 4 trips, I could only cast 20 yards. And if I tried to do any more than that, it was severe backlash. I don't know, I probably re-spooled it 4 or 5 times, and I was just frustrated. I was like, man, I don't get why people fish with these. But a couple weeks ago, watched a video on YouTube. I wish I could remember the video. If I do, maybe I'll link it into mine or something. But watch this video. This guy, I think he's Kentucky. You know, he taught me. You know, he taught everybody just how you just click the button, you let it hit. You just let it hit, reel it up, hit, till that backlash goes away. And I kind of finagled the reel to where now I can cast just as far, if not farther, than my spinning rod and reel combo. And it casts smoothly. I love the retrieve on it. So a few videos ago, I caught my first ever fish on it. It was that pike. And then I ended up catching a bass after that. And today I lost that big bass, caught the 2 smaller bass on it. But man, it's been a lot of fun. And just like with the soft plastics, with the bait casters, I'm by no means the know-it-all, the end-to-all of bait caster combos. I know you could spend $130 for a combo, and even way up and beyond that. As somebody who's fished his whole life and is just now starting to learn how to fish bait casters, that Jimmy Houston, I mentioned it before, I'll do it again just because, you know, it took a little bit of learning, but now that I've got it down, it is like for a very, very, very newly beginner to the bait casting world. It has been really good, just very entry level, solid bait casting combo. But it's that Jimmy Houston Fish Hunter Pro XLT. It's got the Fluger bait casting Monarch reel. My whole setup today is everything was from Wal-Mart, so probably spent $40 on the combo, rod and reel combo at Wal-Mart. Probably bought the 12-pound Berkeley Trilene monofilament line at Wal-Mart, and the bait that was cracking them today was $3 or $4 Northland spinner bait from Walmart. So, you know, I kind of shop around everywhere. Shop around Amazon, Bass Pro, Cabela's, Dick's. You know, I like going to Brenner's Bait Shop nearby, Pilgrim's Village up in Cadillac. You know, I buy kind of rods and reels from everywhere, line from everywhere, lures from everywhere. And, you know, a lot of people stick their nose up or scoff at Walmart products, but you know what, they got some of those heavy duty $20 rod and reel combos that you could haul in nice catfish and carp with them. Like I said, I feel to me, this rod is a good $40 entry bait caster combo. You know, it's just, I think it'd be a good combo you could get for your kids if they're learning how to do it. If you're like me, 35 years old and just getting into the game, you know, 40 bucks. You know, with lure, line, rod, everything, about 50 bucks, but you got everything you need to start your bait casting game. There's probably more that I was going to talk about. Sitting here doing this in my truck because, as you guys know, usually I got my kids with me, and I can't think of things because they talk so much. And at home, you know, I got the pets, I got the kids have friends over quite a bit, so it's like, even if I did have good thoughts, I can't relay them to the camera that well because I'm always, my mind's always busy. So, you know, I had enough of fishing. Well, I wouldn't say that. I never get enough of fishing, but I got my few hours in. I haven't slept in probably 30 hours, so the rain starting to come down. Not really rain, kind of heavy drizzle. That's coming down. Should go home, see the family, give them hugs and kisses, spend the rest of the day with them, and work on this video content, pump out another video. You know, maybe later I'll do another video of like the GoPro Hero 9 I purchased. I'm still learning about that. I just got to where I can do voice activated commands on it. You know, this camera I'm talking to here, it's my backup camera. I still learn stuff about that. It's the Akaso EK7000 Pro, like a $60 video camera off Amazon. It's cheap, but it works. I guess tomorrow we're gonna try to head to a dam about 50 miles to the east of us. Probably cast out 4 rods, do a couple with carp cut bait, and maybe a couple with little bluegills if we can find a few of them down there, and maybe try to get into flatheads. But as always, thanks for watching my videos. I hope you enjoy these few clips I have of the bass I reeled in today. And just like, subscribe. If you have any comments, anything you'd like to teach me, anything you'd like to tell me, or just to say, hey, what's up, go ahead and shoot those comments away. I love reading them. But, alright, you guys and girls take care. Thank you for watching. Peace. And fish on. Oh man. Well, lost a nice one. As per usual, I catch the smaller one. Not too bad though. We got 9, about 15. He's got a crawdad in his mouth. Good fish. Put the pole through the legs. He's right in the channel here. a couple days ago we spent our time down at the dam trying to find big carp. I guess I should have been here. Well, apparently the stench is not worth it. I'm out. GoPro, stop recording. GoPro, turn off. GoPro, shut off. GoPro, shut down. GoPro, turn off. GoPro, stop recording.